चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितां च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छा कल्पतृभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत कथाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा की जय। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Your recitation is inspiring. It's heartening to see everyone's devotion. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale.
Mataji, you are in mute, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Your recitation is inspiring and it's heartening to see everyone's devotion. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Vedo Vyasa Priye Swaminiti Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Pashtatya Deshatarine. I humbly bow down to my spiritual master whose wisdom has shown me the way in life. With great kindness, he has helped me understood things I did not know before, allowing me to be here with you all today. Everything I say is because of his kindness. I owe a lot to my Shiksha Guru, who taught me. They have taught me a lot and helped me on my journey to understand myself better. With thanks and respect to bow down to them, grateful for their help and advice. Hare Krishna. I welcome everyone at this special session on Bhishma Stuti from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 9th chapter. This session, Krishna inspired me to speak on this wonderful topic. So this Bhishma Stuti comes in the first canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 9th chapter. So first canto Bhagavatam is very deep. Although it's the beginning portion of the book, still Vyasadeva has written this book in such a way that first canto presents in very very elevated subject matter. First 3 chapters of the first canto to describe the glories of the Bhakti Yoga, glory of Bhagavan, Krishna, and also glory of Srimad Bhagavatam as a wonderful scripture. And later 3 chapters of the first canto also present the glorious conversation that happened between Vyasadeva and the Narada Muni, and how Bhagavatam actually took birth. Not Bhagavatam is unborn like Krishna, but how Bhagavatam in its current form is put in the writing Vyasadeva. Overview of Bhishma Stuti. That was the inspiration of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva, Narada Muni inspires. Then from the 7th chapter onwards, we see the story of the Parikshit Maharaj and the Sukadev Goswami. And while narrating the incidents that happened in Pandava's life, by narrating about the birth of Parikshit Maharaj, Suta Goswami also narrates the prayer of Queen Kunti and the departure of Bhishma Dev in the 8th and the 9th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So prayers of Queen Kunti are very wonderful, described there. So they are explained so nicely by Prabhupada, and this purport and many other acharyas also. And these prayers are very dear to several Vaishnavas. So devotees continue to seek great inspiration from this wonderful prayer. And Kunti Maharani's chapter is finished in the 8th. Kunti Maharani's prayers are completely in the 8th chapter. Now 9th chapter describes the whole episode of Bhishma. So at the end of the 8th chapter, we see that Yudhishthira Maharaj was overwhelming to guilt because feeling so morose and sad, and just to establish him as a king of Hastinapur, so many thousands and thousands of people have been killed on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Such a very surprising Yudhishthira, who is supposed to be the king, has become so overwhelmed with guilt. Just after the war, it was little too much. So, and Krishna tried to console him, but Yudhishthira is not getting consoled. And then Vyasadev tried. No, Yudhishthira Maharaj was not pacified. So finally Lord Krishna brought Yudhishthira Maharaj along with the Pandavas to Bhishma. At the time, Bhishma was lying on bed of arrows. Not roses, bed of arrows. So, and Pandavas become so happy because Bhishma has seen Pandavas struggling so much because of the atrocities done by Duryodhana, Dushashan, Karna, Shakuni, supported with Dhritarashtra's to the king. So finally, this final moment when Krishna brought the Pandavas, Bhishma saw the Pandavas so happy. It seems great devotees like Pandavas in a position where they can rule and guide people on the right path. The person like Duryodhana rules, my God. So he himself has demoniac qualities. Selfish person. How much he will administrate. He may do the ritualistic, the other aspect of management, but as far as caring for the citizen is concerned, derivative them to some spiritual path is concerned, Duryodhana won't be able to do much. So, when Pandavas came in front of the Bhishma, Bhishma first empathized with the Pandavas. He said that, text 12, Aho kashtam aho nyayam yat yuyam dharma nandana. So dharma nandana, O son of Dharma, you have undergone so many difficulties, so many kashtam. Kashtam means difficulties. Anyayam, injustice. We faced all of them. But Vipra Dharma Chuta, Shreyaha, because you all have taken shelter of Vipra, means Brahmana or Vaishnava's Dharma, supreme Dharma of Bhakti Yoga, and Achyuta, Krishna. So because you have taken shelter of Dharma, Bhakti Bhagavan, Bhaktas, you have taken shelter of these three, you are always protected. And further he said that, actually all the suffering said because of time. Okay. Sarvam kala kritam manye bhavatam cha yut apriyam saphalo yat pase loko vayur eva ganavalai. Everything is done by kala. So kala means time factor. Sapalo yat vase loko vayur eva ganavalai means just like clouds cannot stay at one place. They just have to move from one place to another place. According to the wind, the way wind blows, similarly, nobody can enjoy this material forever. Even great rulers of different planets also are under the control of time factor. But the passage of time, you have to give up their opulent position. So time caused everything in your life. But how can time factor influence great devotees like Pandavas? No, it's not possible. It's not time factor, he said, because you are directly supported by Krishna. So he said the next sloka, Yatra dharma suto raja gada panir vrgodaraha krishnostra gandivam chapam shruti krishnastato vipat yatro dharma suto raja. And amongst the Pandavas, Dharma Suta, the son of Yamadharma Raj, Yudhishthira Maharaj is there. He is a personification of Dharma. He is very major spiritual knowledge, which we will be still And Gada Panir Vrigodaraha, the most powerful Bhima, was also there. Bhima has the strength of 10,000 elephant in one arm, right? What does that mean? You keep 10,000 elephant in one row and Bhima would punch the first elephant and the 10,000 elephant in the row will fall down. You can just imagine what must have happened to the first elephant. So in this way, Bhima is so powerful and Arjuna is so powerful. He has this Gandiva bow. He is so powerful. He is very celebrated warrior. And on top of all this, they had Krishna as the direct well-wisher. Still they went through so many calamities, so many difficulties, so many atrocities. So how is it possible? Then finally Bhishma said that it is all because of Krishna's plan. Everything is done by Krishna's inconceivable plan. And even great exalted personalities also cannot understand this plan. His plan. So Bhishma says, even exalted personalities, even the great wise scholars and philosophers also get bewildered in trying to understand an inconceivable plan. So it is a Krishna's plan that gives it on the throne of his snapper. You please rule. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj is pacified at this moment. Bhishma glorifies Krishna. So Bhishma's Stuti begins from here. Actually, there is after a few verses, it again begins from deeply. But at this moment, the 18th sloka onwards, we see Bhishma beginning to glorify Lord Krishna. He says, Esa vai Bhagavan Shakshat Adya Narayana Puman Mohayan Mayaya Lokam Gudhas Charati Vrishnisu. Esa vai Bhagavan Shakshat. This personality is usually here with the blackish complex, with a yellow dhoti, with the peacock feather around his head. He is not an ordinary person. You are considering him as a material cousin. Material doesn't, but he is a Bhagavan. He is the supreme Bhagavan, the supreme processor of all divine opulence. Adya Narayanaha. He is the original Narayana. So, Mohayan Mayaya Lokam. He is a bewildering people in this material world. By wandering like a human being in Vrishni dynasty, Gudas Charati Vrishnisu. He said like this. So he understood, Bhishma understood the exalted position of Krishna. Mahajans only can understand Shiva, Narada, Kapila and Bhishma are such great personalities. Yamadharmaraj, they all can understand position of Krishna. Not everyone can understand. So Krishna, Sarvat Manaha. Krishna is presently within the heart of all the living beings. Sarvat Manaha, Samadrishtaha. He is equally kind to everyone. Anahakrihi, Anavat Jasya. He has absolutely no fault in his character. It's a personality and his freedom is free from ahankara, the false ego of differentiating within people. So Krishna is completely faultless, right? So there's the glory of Krishna and Bhishma. Although he was fighting on the side of the Duryodhana, he perfectly understood the position of Krishna, qualities of Krishna, and is a great devotee of Krishna. He had devotion. So if you see Bhishma is misunderstood by some people, Bhishma is such a wonderful, great personality. Hare Krishna Prabhuji's Mataji's. I'm going to ask a question. Why should he fight on the side of adharma against dharma? Mataji's.
Because he was getting shelter from he promised that he will be responsible for.
Yeah, he promised, right. Swayamprabha Mataji, what did you say?
Vows Mataji, Sapadam.
Yes, yeah, promise, vow, yes.
Wow.
So, the second question, how can he stand in front of Krishna and the Bhishma fight against them?
He is actually, his heart is with the Pandavas, but because of this Duryodhana, he just brainwashes them that you're under me, you have to fight for me. Otherwise, his heart is with the Pandavas. He's not interested in fighting, but mechanically he is participating in that. So,
Anyone else?
he knows.
Krishna Mataji.
Can anyone? Yeah.
He doesn't like adharma. There's so much injustice going on.
Okay. Swayamprabha Mataji?
Krishna Mataji, Bhishma fought against Krishna. The Pandavas, due to the unwavering commitment to the vows of the loyalty to the Kuru throne, Krishna.
Mataji. Okay. Thank you. And which should be fight on the side of the Duryodhan? And how can he accept him as a Mahajans?
How can he accept?
As a Mahajans, Bhishma. Because he fought for the Duryodhan side, how can he accept him as a Mahajans, Bhishma?
He is the senior most.
Okay. Any other Matajis?
Bhishma fought on the side of Duryodhana, Mataji, because of vows of loyalty to the Kuru throne and his duty as the protector of Hastinapura.
Right.
He is accepted as a Mahajan due to exemplary adherence to Dharma, wisdom and devotion to truth. Despite the complex circumstance, some people may have these questions.
Okay.
Think so, Mataji.
Okay. So, but you see, Bhishma himself says in this sloka, Tatapi ekanta bhaktesu pasya pumanu kampitam yanme sumtyajatat sakshat Krishna darsanam akataha. He said, Tatapi ekanta bhakteshu. Although Krishna is completely faultless, he has stuck to me. Now to bless me in my last moment. Tatapi ekanta bhakteshu. Ekanta bhakti means unflinching devotee. And Bhishma is that unflinching devotee. Pasya, to see that unflinching devotee, Bhishma. When I am giving up my life, Krishna darshan manataha. Krishna has come here to give me darshan. So, see, if Bhishma was not an exalted devotee, why would Krishna personally come and give his darshan to Bhishma in his last moment? Mataji's, Prabhuji's. Why would Krishna personally come and give his darshan to Bhishma in his last moment?
Because Bhishma is a pure devotee. And then his heart is split, but internally he is a great devotee.
Okay.
So Krishna always protects his devotees, one or other form. So I think he was an Ampashaya. He is probably meditating on Krishna, and then the situation like this, and Krishna takes Pandavas, Yudhishthira, and everybody to the battle yard where Bhishma is sleeping on Ampashaya, which is arrows. And then he says that no matter what I tell, these Pandavas are not absorbing what I say. Bhishma, please give them all the suggestions that you can, no matter what I tell, it's not grave. If it comes out from your mouth, and probably they will implant better in their mind. So he brings them over there, and I think it's a something made up the time at the time, and then clearly then Bhishma recognizes that he is not your cousin, he is a real Brahman, he is real Krishna. So that's how he says, and he said, tell whatever you need to. Then as Krishna tells him that, I said, well, I don't have any energy to say anything. But then Krishna says, I'll give you all the energy to whatever you want to say it from your mouth. So that's how completely, so that's how he
Very good,
describes it.
Mataji. You are giving nice explanation. Very nice. Any other
Glory to
Matajis?
Lord.
Any other Matajis?
To glorify Bhishma.
Prabhuji, Vamana Hari Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Glorify Bhishma. He wanted to see when he is leaving the body. So Bhishma is watching him while leaving his body. And Krishna also glorifies Bhishma to asking him to teach the Pandavas all the dharmas.
Nice, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you. Swayam Prabhu Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Krishna personally came and gave his darshan to Bhishma in this last moment, because Bhishma was an excited devotee who upheld their hopes and duty with unwavering devotion and righteous, embodying the principles of Dharma, despite the difficult circumstance. That you make this understand, that you make this appreciate Bhishma's glorious position, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. So, Bhishma is a very, very exalted personality. He is a great Mahajan. That's why Bhishma has come here. So, sometimes devotees are put in the certain circumstances where they are misunderstood the common people. But Krishna reveals the glories of those devotees on the right time. People may misunderstand them, but Krishna's wait for the right moment so that entire world, entire universe will know the glories of those devotees. So in Bhishma's case, we see that Krishna could not convince Yudhishthira Maharaj. The Vyasadeva, several great personalities who not convinced and pacify Yudhishthira Maharaj may give us overwhelming grief. It is confused. Because of me, only so much of mess has happened. He was feeling guilty. So to pacify Yudhishthira Maharaj, to counsel Yudhishthira Maharaj is not a small thing. Then especially when Krishna and Vyasadeva failed. Who will come forward to counseling Yudhishthira Maharaj? He still himself is a wonderful personality. He was not a new bhakta where he can gain some suggestion and pacified and counseling the person. He's not like that. So to counsel Yudhishthira Maharaj, it's a very, very great thing. And Krishna made Bhishma to do that. In front of Krishna, in front of Vyasa, Bhishma was counseling Yudhishthira Maharaj, in who were there. Krishna was there, Vyasa who were there, Sukadev Goswami was there, Vishwamitra was there, Jamadagni was there, Parashuram was there. So all great Narada Muni, all great universe, that celebrities, the sage and the great white sages all assembled there in front of so many people. Give me class, give me philosophical class, some philosophical teachings that pacify. Yudhishthira Maharaj is not a small thing. Okay, Bhishma did that. So although Bhishma fought on the side of Adharma, although Bhishma was lying on a bed of arrows in the battle of Kurukshetra, and with every inch of this body pierced of so many arrows, he is a wise person, he is a great devotee. Krishna wanted to announce the glories of Bhishma Dev to the entire universe at this moment. That's why he has personally come and he made Bhishma speak like this. Bhishma, misunderstand Krishna. You should not feel that, oh, Krishna is not merciful. Actually, why Bhishma fought on that side of Adharma? He said he's a devotee because Krishna wanted to give us important lesson to entire humanity. However great he may be, however powerful and exalted he may be, if you take the side of Adharma, you have to be with him. Even with Bhishma, you have to be with him. So Krishna wanted to give this lesson to the entire creation. So to all of us, he used Bhishma as an instrument. Bhishma is a popular warrior. If you take side of Adharma and if you get defeated in the war, then people will understand it. Bhishma takes side of Adharma. Even Bhishma also will be defeated. So it's not the side of Adharma. So just to educate common people, educate all of us, Krishna used Bhima as an instrument in this sense. So this is the how devotees are very humble to become humble instrument in the hands of Krishna. So Krishna intentions is true. educated common people and devotees very humbly participate in the endeavor of Krishna. Bhishma is a Bhaktya Veshya Mano Yasmin Vachayan Namakrityayan Tyajan Kalevaram Yogi Muchyate Kama Karma Bhi Tyajan Kalevaram Yogi. This Bhakti Yogi Bhishma is a departing from this material, this body. Krishna has come there to give him the darshan. And Bhishma says, Vacha, my thought, is getting engaged in the glorification of Krishna. And finally, Bhishma says, Sadevo Devo Bhagavan Pratikshatham Kalevaram Yavat Idam Hinom Yaham Prasanna Hasaruna Lochano Lasan Mukham Bhujo Dhyana Patas Chaturbhuja. Let's Bhagavan Krishna do pratiksha for me. Let me wait for him. Kalevaram Yavat Idam Hinomi Aham. As I am leaving this body, as I am departing from this material body, this material world, let the Bhagavan Krishna wait for me with a pleasing smile. So people will think. So some people will think that Bhishma has been waiting for Uttarayana time to come, so that he can depart from this way. Uttarayana time is auspicious, okay? Auspicious time. So Krishna also say in Bhagavad Gita, when Bhishma was giving all his teaching to Yudhishthira Maharaj, this Uttarayana time came. It's a very auspicious time. So many mystic yogis designed to give up their bodies at the time of Uttarayana. So Bhishma is waiting for Uttarayana. Some people may thinking like that, but actually Bhishma was not waiting for Uttarayana to come. Uttarayana have to come. He was not waiting for Uttarayana time to come. He was waiting for Uttarayana person to come. Who is the person? Krishna. Krishna, one of the names of Krishna is Uttarayana. Uttarayana means to give shelter. So Krishna has given shelter to Mother Uttara. Uttara came running for the shelter of Krishna. Krishna, there is an embryo, my little child in my womb, and somebody has sent a Brahmastra to kill the child in my womb. Please provide me shelter. Please protect my son. So Krishna has given shelter to Uttara. That's why he is called Uttarayana. Uttarayana has another meaning. Ayana is a shelter. Uttara means Uttara, mother Uttara. So shelter, right? So Krishna is called Uttarayana also, because Krishna has taken shelter of Uttara's womb. Krishna has given shelter of Uttara. He is called Uttarayana. Krishna has taken shelter of Uttara's womb because he entered the womb of Uttara, right? He protected Parikshit, which he taken shelter of the Uttara's womb. In that sense, also Uttarayana. So Bhishma is waiting for this Uttarayana, not the Uttarayana. He is not waiting for the Uttarayana at Kala time. He was actually waiting for Krishna to come, because he knows, he is confident. Pure devotee is confident that Krishna will definitely come to bless me. Bhishma is difficult in the war. Every inch of his body was used by Arjuna's arrows. He was lying on the battlefield in a painful situation. Even he did not die by the time. So people will think, oh my God, wonderful warrior. See how he died. So Prabhuji's Mataji's, this is how he died in the battlefield.
Mataji, did he die in the battlefield?
This is how Bhishma, he died in the battlefield.
He has a boon of himself, the way when he picked the time, how he wants to die, how he ends his life. He determined himself. So he was in the battlefield. Yes, he was in a battlefield, but he's not supposed to be falling on the ground. So he has some kind of boon that his body cannot be touching the ground, and he also has to choose his time when to leave and how to leave. So he has a control of his death actually. So so basically he determined himself. Yes, his body was on the battlefield.
Okay, and thank you, Mataji. Any other Matajis?
Mataji?
No,
Mataji. Actually, Krishna is waiting for the moment to reveal the glories of Bhishma to enter the universe. Mataji, Krishna.
Very good. That also correct. Thank you, Matajis. So, how knowledgeable Bhishma was? How devoted Bhishma was? Krishna wanted to reveal this to the whole world in front of the universe and celebrities. So, Bhishma's knowledge is revealed. His wisdom is revealed. And he taught all kinds of dharma. Prabhuji's Mataji's, what kind of dharma Bhishma taught? What kind of dharma?
Sri Dharma, Varna, Ashrama Dharma, Raja Dharma, Dana Dharma, ultimately Bhagavata Dharma, Mataji. Correction.
Thank you,
Mataji. Vishnu Sahasranama always teaches everything about bhakti.
Very good, Mataji. You all know everything.
And glorifying Lord Krishna. He glorifies Lord Krishna about bhakti. How many ways Lord Krishna is described, type of bhakti, and how many saints, a number of saints, and everybody who really glorifies Lord Krishna, how great he is, how easily he will be approached, and how dharmas, and the biggest dharma is bhakti, follow the bhakti, concentrate on him. He is the one supreme, so he really makes people believe. Chanting through the Sahasranama, which is basically these are names given by all kinds of saints and how they see him. Purana Purushottam.
Very good. So Bhagavata Dharma to Yudhishthir Maharaj. His knowledge is visible, revealed, and he is meditating and offering prayers to Krishna. His devotion is giving. So wisdom wise, devotion wise, exalted, Bhishma wanted to announce this to the whole world. So now Bhishma begins to offer such prayer. So first Bhishma says, let me invest my thinking, feeling completely in that simply Lord Krishna. So he is the leader of all devotees. So he has come to my place. So now when I will departing this world, Krishna has come here very blissfully. Let me invest my thinking, feeling completely in that Lord Krishna. He enlightened Yudhishthir Maharaj. Now all his responsibilities in this type are completely fulfilled. His last moment. So he was thinking that
what
Mataji?
Mataji, you're doing great job. Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. So he was thinking that now I have nothing else to be blessed. Let me meditate on Krishna. Krishna has come to me. Let me invite him. My master has come to me very mercifully in my last moment. Let me invite him. Let me give him the gift of my thoughts, my feelings, my desire, my emotions. Let me invest all my thinking and feeling in Krishna. Let me just meditate on Krishna, doing nothing else. And what is the nature of Bhishma's thought? Nature of Bhishma's thought is that he has love for Krishna. He has rati for Krishna in his form of Parthasarathi. In his form of Vijaya Sakha. So, Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalabarnam Ravikara Gauravarambaram Tadane Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalabarnam Ravikara Gauravarambaram Tadane Vapur alakakula vritananabjam Vijaya Shakiratiras me Navadya Vapur alakakula vritananabjam Vijaya Shakiratiras me Navadya Vijaya Sakhe means who? Prabhuji's Mataji's. Vijaya Sakhe.
Arjuna's friend.
Okay. Mataji's. Any other Mataji's? Vijaya Sakhe means who?
Krishna, Mataji, Krishna.
Thank you. Friend of Arjuna to be like Krishna's
Friend of Arjuna.
Yes.
That's what I said, friend of Arjuna.
Friend of Arjuna to be like
So
Krishna
all
addressed
are,
by his devotees.
I'm just testing all are awake or not. Friend
Arjuna
of
is called Vijay.
Yes.
And Sakha is friend. So Arjuna's Sakha is Lord Krishna.
friend of Arjuna to be like
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Tripurna Kavanam, which number Mataji? Bishma
That-
Stuti.
Bhishma says, I have to see the number, Mataji.
Tripurna Kavanam.
It's the
Okay,
second
okay,
one.
okay.
The in the Bhishma sloka, the Stuti is second one.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay. So, friend of Arjuna to be like Krishna's addressed by his devotee. So, Bhishma addressed Krishna as Vijaya Sakha and said that Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalavarnam Ravikara Gauravarambaram Tadane. They like Supreme Lord Krishna. Give me darshan and Tamalavarnam. He is in the complexion of Tamal tree, which is blue foundation of Tamal tree. Okay. So, Ravikara Gauravarambaram Tadane. He is wearing a wonderful cloth, yellowish cloth that is shining in the sun. Yes.
Nitamram.
Ravi, as the sun is setting, those cloths are also shining and these beautiful faces in nicely framed with rati for the Vijaya Sakha. So the battlefield of Kurukshetra was more merciful to Bhishma than Arjuna. Because Krishna was riding the chariot of Arjuna, Arjuna was in the chariot behind Krishna and Bhishma was in front of the chariot facing Krishna and before Krishna. So Krishna's darshan is constantly available for Bhishma, not Arjuna. Arjuna was only seeing Krishna from behind. Bhishma was able to see Krishna from front. So Bhishma is more fortunate. So Bhishma is definitely a Dasya Bhakta. He has been seen by Krishna like this. The mentality of a servant of Krishna, but he wants to serve Krishna in a particular flavor. The secondary rasa, there's a virya rasa. That means he wants to see Krishna as a warrior. He wants to fight with Krishna as he is throwing his arrows on Arjuna. Some arrows go on Krishna also. And there is some transcendental blood that comes out of the Krishna's body. And there is some transcendental perspiration that is there. There is a scene on Krishna's face. So Bhishma liked this darshan. The Prabhupada says, just like some devotees offer flowers to Krishna. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Bhishma likes also like that only Bhishma also worship Krishnas with arrows. But not to others exactly. Yudi durakar jo vidum ravishwar kachalulita smaravaryalan kritasye. Yudi duragar jo vidum ravishwar kachalulita smaravaryalan kritasye. मम निशितशरैर् विभीत्यमाना त्वचि विलसत् कवचेस्तु कृष्ण आत्मा मम निशितशरैर् विभीत्यमाना त्वचि विलसत् कवचेस्तु कृष्ण आत्मा. So let my mind go on to Krishna in the battlefield. Yudhiduragarajo vidumrabhishwar. So he is on the Yuddha Bhumi in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, folding wheels of horses, was driving the chariot, right? When his face was filled with sweat, was wounded by sharp arrows of Bhishma. Bhishma is releasing that darshan. So, may have a rati of Parthasarathi. May he be the object of my attraction. May his lotus feet be the object of my attraction. So that Arjuna is a wonderful devotee. Krishna wanted to protect Arjuna in all ways, and one day Bhishma took a vow in front of Duryodhan. Said, Bhishma, you are such a wonderful warrior, but although so many days passed, still you could not kill Arjuna. You could not kill any of the Pandavas. Now what is this? He became little upset with Bhishma, and he even blamed Bhishma, saying that you are showing partiality. You are partial towards the Pandavas. You are still in the forest. They are not showing you a full path. Duryodhana say like this, Bhishma become angry and grave and say that tomorrow I will kill the Pandavas. Here are the 5 arrows, which these 5 arrows I am going to kill the 5 Pandavas. This is my vow. Unless Krishna intervenes, Krishna has actually taken a vow not to pick up the weapon. Unless Krishna pick up a weapon on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, tomorrow I am going to definitely kill them to the 5 Pandavas. Bhishma took this vow. Duryodhana said, my dear grandfather, give me the 5 arrows. I will see them safely in my camp, in my room. Tomorrow I will give you morning before I will give you to the war. Then Bhishma arrows. Then Krishna understood. Duryodhana is having those 5 arrows. Bhishma, if he kills the 5 Pandavas, Bhishma is powerful warrior. His vow should not be compromised. Krishna, he were affectionate lord of even Bhishma. He has to protect the vow of Bhishma. So the blame should go on to. So here is the Arjuna to Duryodhana's stamp. Duryodhana asked, hey Arjun, come here. With him, he has to show hospitality. He will let you not say anything. He is trying to keep him demoniac people. What I can do, if you want, I can stop this war also. Demoniac people are little unpredictable. And anyway, he received Arjuna nicely and asked, what do you want? Then Arjun said, I want this 5 Bhishma's 5 arrows. Then Duryodhan promised he will give 5 arrows. Earlier Duryodhan did not give 5 villages. He gave 5 arrows because promised. So demoniac people cannot thought in his intents, thank you, but I will see you with the 5 arrows next day morning. Bhishma came to be given in the typical 5 arrows. I will be Pandavas away. Then Duryodhan said, no, this 5 arrows taken by Arjuna. I will have them. Then Bhishma needs to go. This is the Krishna's plan, master plan to protect the Pandavas. See, Krishna is so efficient towards the Pandavas. So Bhishma, like the servant of Krishna, when he appreciated Krishna's quality, Krishna's love, Krishna's affection for the Pandavas, still being a devotee, Virya Rasa. Bhishma also said, today I will see how Krishna is going to be protect Pandavas. Although he fought with Arjuna at one moment, about to kill Arjuna, Krishna became upset. Krishna just got up down from the chariot, pick up the chariot wheel. He started charging towards Bhishma. Because Bhishma is taking a vow, unless Krishna pick up a weapon, nobody can protect Arjuna. So Krishna has to protect Arjuna. Krishna also have to protect Bhishma vow. So the only means he compromised the design. He has taken a vow, I will not pick up weapon. So Krishna has taken a vow not think of the Pandavas. So he has to protect his vow. He has to protect Arjuna's life, and he also has to protect Bhishma's life, Bhishma's vow. So see, Krishna also sometimes has to fall in prickly situation where he has to protect his vow, he has to protect the devotee's vow also, devotee's life also. So that's why Krishna says, my devotee will never perish. So if I declare, I have a tendency to compromise in my one box. So if my devotees declares, I have to protect of the devotees, protect the words of my devotees. That's why the Lord takes in at the form of the Narsimha Dev. So Prahalad said, yes, my Lord, is there in this pillar also? Definitely you can see, open the pillar and see. And with his fist, he broken the pillar. Then will make the words of Prahalad to make the words of devotee for Prahalad. That Narsimha Dev manifest, he came out of the pillar, he killed the Hiranyakashipu. Lord wants to protect the vow of his devotees, the word of his devotees. He wanted to protect the vows of Bhishma. So he built up, not a weapon exactly, a chariot wheel, but he built up something to charge against. And Krishna also picked it up, and Bhishma also fought because he did not have anything else to do, because any other weapon is not there. So to protect Arjuna's life, Krishna wants pick up the chariot wheel. He did not have anything to protect Bhishma's vow. Now apparently you see Krishna put up the way chariot wheel charging towards Bhishma. If you see the beautiful picture, you can take a book, Krishna's loves more than Arjuna's. Actually, Krishna loves Bhishma. That's why Bhishma wanted to there. It's that Krishna will pick up the weapon. Then I will give you my oath. I will stop killing Arjuna. So by picking up chariot wheel and angrily charging towards Bhishma, Krishna is exhibiting this love towards Bhishma also. Krishna respected the oath Bhishma more than the Bhishma. So simultaneously exhibiting love, but the quiet of Arjuna and Bhishma. That's the love both of them. So let Bhishma remember all these exhibits that have happened in the battlefield, because Bhishma is a devotee, Virya Rasa. He likes to see Krishna fighting. So the end of his life, he gave up his body. He went to Parthasarathi planet, where he is eternally seen Krishna driving a chariot with Arjuna. So sacrificing his own promise is to fulfill his Bhishma's desire. Krishna ran towards Bhishma with a chariot wheel, just started shaking, and outer garment just fell down. May I have a rati attraction for the Parthasarathi. May I have a rati, so Parthasarathi, okay? So he stood with the people in his hand, the rings in his left hand. He carefully protected Arjuna's chariot. It's also awarding liberation to all the people who are giving up their life on the battlefield spiritually. So he comes Krishna's rati. They are seeing the beautiful form of Krishna. The Ahai Krishna Mukhera Vindam. Krishna is merciful not only to the people fighting on the side of the Pandavas. He is merciful towards the opposite the armies also. Because they're dying, see Krishna. Krishna is giving darshan. So the beautiful face of Krishna, they're drinking with their eyes. Then they try to pour. They also being purified by astras, arrows of Arjuna, and they all went to the spiritual world. So Bhishma remembrance on his prayers. Oh, Krishna is merciful. Give mukti, liberation to people who dying with in front of Krishna. Many slokas Bhishma is speaking. Glorify Krishna's connection with Arjuna. Krishna is asking, Arjuna is the greatest devotee. They are glorifying me in the relationship with Arjuna so much. Is he greatest all my devotees? No. Gopis are the Prabhuji's Mataji's. Is he the greatest all my devotees? Arjuna? Krishna is asking, is he greatest all my devotees? Arjuna? Prabhuji's Mataji.
Arjuna is what? Mataji, what's the question?
Arjuna is the greatest devotee all of my compared to all my devotees.
Who is saying that?
No, Mataji.
Krishna.
No.
Krishna is asking, Arjuna is the greatest devotees to compare to my all devotees?
No, I don't think he says. I don't remember he saying like that.
Okay. Any other Mataji, Prabhuji?
He is a friend also.
No, gopis are the best. Okay, gopis of Vrindavan are topmost devotees of the Krishna, Mataji.
But he never says who is great and who is not. Krishna never says he is the greatest devotee. I think they have different forms of devotion.
Actually, the Bhishma is just glorifying Krishna. In the glorifying itself, is that the word is coming. Bhishma is asking, and Krishna is saying, really, if any greatest devotee, he's just saying like that. So, yeah, right. Gopi are the best. Gopis of Vrindavan are the topmost devotees of Krishna. So,
they are very innocent, unconditional love for Krishna.
So Bhishma says this, and their loves are very supreme because their looks are very supreme because you dance with them in the Rasa Leela. They have the topmost of the devotees and not so qualified to describe the gopis' love for me. So the Rajasuya sacrifice Bhishma witnessed Arjuna. Worshipping make great things sages, most exalted, express creation of the form of Brahma. Krishna must be a creation of the Brahma. Krishna must be the creation of Brahma. It starts like this. Krishna was explained in the big altar, Simhasan Agra Puja, when worship. So Bhishma is meditating on the form of Krishna. Now that we meditate completely on Krishna, that we transcend all the misconception of reality, that object of my vision, this Bhishma completely immersed his body, mind and speech. It cites Krishna, it's all Krishna. And this is the passive. Some people may misunderstand some of that. They are externally activities. The Krishna who wanted to, Bhishma wanted to behave like that. Because Krishna who wanted to be all of us. He said without Krishna, he can't be scared, he can't be materially success. Krishna wanted to give humanity. He used Bhishma as an instrument. Bhishma has played the role of an instrument. It's how devotees are very valuable of Krishna, valuable mixed with Krishna, very dear to Krishna. Bhishma lying on a bed of arrows after being mortally wounded in the Kurukshetra war, waited for an auspicious time to pass away due to his boon of choosing the time of his death. During his final moment, Krishna, along with the Pandavas and others great sages, gathered around him. Bhishma offered profound teaching on dharma and governance to Yudhishthira. In the presence of Krishna, Bhishma's mind was fixed on the divine and he left his body peacefully, attaining liberation. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for bearing me extra half an hour time. Sorry, we
Excellent, Mataji. Excellent, Mataji. I want to ask you, in the picture, it's a Lord Krishna was throwing is that a wheel or something? I know he did not want to use any weapons.
Chariot wheel. Chariot wheel, Mataji. Chariot's wheel.
Chariot?
Yes, chariot.
Yeah. And he was also wounded too. Krishna was wounded and his shawl fell and so he really did a lot.
Yes, Mataji. Yes. Thank you so much.
It's wonderful, Mataji. It's very, the bhavana, the affect description, you described very well, and bhakti is again, it's always, no matter what, again, Bhishma has a lot of devotion for Lord Krishna. Only thing Krishna did not excuse him because he did not protect Draupadi during that time that when she requested being a eldest person in the Sabha, he did not protect. So that's the only thing, the fault that Lord Krishna said. He's among the sinners, that the part of they deserve to die. So I think it's all devotion is great. Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, please, Hare Krishna, Dada Pranam Chandramshi Prabhuji, can you add, if I miss anything, please can you add? And Nakendra Kanya Mataji and Vamana Hari Prabhuji, please can you add some comments here? This Bhishma Stuti. If I miss anything. Shani Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
You didn't miss anything. You did a good job. We all have a question why Bhishma did not speak in the assembly of Kurus when Draupadi was being insulted. They say I heard in one of the classes by an advanced devotee that this is a transcendental mystery. To glorify Krishna, that's what the reason they did not speak anything. So if nobody helped, then Draupadi prays for Krishna and Krishna comes her and protects her. So to glorify that point, he was kind of silent, I heard. Maybe I'm saying a little.
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, this is a common people, whoever, everyone have this question, doubt within this, and it's an often asked question, like,
why
we can say,
why did not speak?
No, actually, the doubt is Bhishma's position during the Draupadi's disrobing. And very often we did this come up, and very often we hear the different perspective, and very often we hear the position of Bhishma Dev in relation to the Kuru dynasty and so on. But given the time and the depth of the study, that Bhishma Dev designed that Draupadi is not disrobed, not in the center. The understanding of Vaishnavas, Bhishma and Dronas are demons, not taking any active action to stop this disrobing, to prove that Krishna is the supreme power. And every single power force is the entire creation falls in the protect the devotee. Krishna is the greatest to protect the devotees. Gajendra's case, Gajendra himself is so strong. He was fighting to release himself from this crocodile, and he was fighting for 4-6 years, and he is surrounded with so many powerful elements. Elephants who were there compassionate to Gajendras, they did not have the capacity to protect the Gajendra, but they have to compassion, and so many devatas in the spiritual world are also watching. And in the heavenly planet, Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, all so many people watching. They only had the ability to protect the Gajendra. They had the capacity to protect the Gajendra, but that did not have intention to compassion to protect the Gajendra, but ability they did not have the intention. They had capacity in the Gajendra's compassion, and other than these elephants, they had intention, they had compassion, but they did not have the capacity to protect Gajendra. So Krishna has to come. That is the reason Bhishma designed that Draupadi is not, he did not enter in that, because Draupadi have to completely down, nobody is to help me, so he wants to completely surrender to 100% Krishna. That is the reason Bhishma did not say anything, that because Krishna only designed that way, because Krishna have to enter in that scene. So,
but in eyes of Mataji, in eyes of other public, and then what it is viewed is that he did not protect. So, people don't realize that, but I think it's all, whatever needs to be happen, it's all completely played around, but in eyes of public.
Because Krishna want to prove that, to prove Krishna is the supreme power, and every single power force, the entire creation fails to protect the devotee, like that. So that's why Krishna is the greatest to protect the devotee. He want to show that Krishna. So that's why that place, Bhishma, he wouldn't say anything.
Right, she requests everybody, Dhritarashtra,
yes,
all these saints, Drona, and everybody. Nobody spoke up. So it's again, Lord Krishna protects us. So
yes, Mataji, yes.
But it's very well said. And again, Lord is the only one protect everybody and directs it. Whatever karma, fate, whatever needs to be happen, it's already preset and pre-programmed. It's needed to be happen like that.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. So, Vamanari Prabhuji, is it acceptable, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for joining today's session. Vancha kalpatarusya kripa sindhupeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Vaishnava Bhakta Vaishnava वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी. हरि हरि बोल. Thank you, dear devotees. Thank you. Hare Krishna.